This is Qasim. It's your daily Google News, and I have the best news that I've had since I think we launched our YouTube channel. This might be the greatest thing that's happened to us since I've been recording a video a day. I mean, Christmas came early. It's unbelievable. Google has, today, September 9th, Google has upgraded the search terms report. Just to give you the background in case you don't know, and I can't imagine why you wouldn't know unless you're new, but you bid on search keywords, right? So I might bid on PPC agency, and then Google gives you visibility to people that are searching for terms that are close to the keywords that you're bidding on. And this ends up becoming an issue because Google gets very expansive. Regardless of your match type, you can have exact match. Hey, give me PPC agency, and Google will say, PPC company, close enough. So the search keyword is what you're bidding on. The search term and your search term report is actually what you paid for. It's the click. Previously, we had every single search term that we paid for. Everything that somebody clicked on, you were able to see what it is that they searched for. And Google decided that this is actually a violation of privacy because the ultra unique search terms or our ability to reverse engineer. Or I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't know exactly how that ends up becoming such a privacy concern, at least to this degree. But Google said, hey, we're going to pull back on the search terms report. They made it sound like it was going to be very soft touch, and it ended up being massive. When we first tested it, or looked at the data, 50% of our conversions were from search terms that weren't provided, meaning we couldn't see, it was a little bit more than that, we couldn't see more than half of our leads, we couldn't see the search term that they actually used. We could see the keyword that triggered that search term, but we couldn't see the actual search term. And at the same time, Google was getting more expansive with their match types, which exacerbated the problem. And I made a ton of videos accusing them of very nefarious things, because that's how it felt. It felt like, oh, okay, you're going to take away all my reporting and then open up all the match types. Like, that's fraud. It felt fraudulent. And it's interesting here because the correction that they just offered is actually, I think, almost better than what we had. It's unbelievable. So Google, and I'll share the article with you just real quick so we're all operating from the same context. Published today, improving the search terms report while maintaining user privacy. So they explain, hey, we updated the search terms report to meet new privacy thresholds, ensure anonymity by reporting on terms that have seen sufficient search volume across all Google searches. So that's maybe the key to keep in mind. They didn't want to offer you search terms that hadn't seen sufficient volume. And I guess for niche clients, but this became more of an issue because certain search terms might have been more unique. I don't know. It doesn't feel that way. But anyway, I'm going to stop trying to fight an old battle. Starting today, we're able to show you more queries that meet our privacy standards in search terms report. This data will now be shown in reports for queries you received starting from February 1, 2021. Y'all, this is retroactive, which is insane. It's amazing. If you go into your accounts right now, and I logged into a handful just to make sure that this is true, but there's an unbelievable swath of data. I'm looking at the last 30 days. In the last 30 days, I have 13,660 search terms. I mean, admittedly, we spent $62,965. So we spent a lot, but that's a lot. That's a lot. And here's the best part. Do I want to share the best part yet, or do I want to stay in the article? Here's the best part. They're giving us zero-click terms. They're giving us search terms that have no interactions, no clicks, but based off of impressions. And so what I think has happened here is they said, okay, we need search terms to reach a certain threshold before we can report on them. We can't always do that from a click perspective, and so they're filling in the gaps. They're buttressing their data with impression-based search terms, which not only am I fine with, is actually in some instances, not every instance, in some instances better, because impressions pre-click that's predictive. Now I get to see the lead indicator to what possibly might happen. Which is unbelievably helpful. Here's an example. I'm not going to show you. I'm looking at my search terms right now. I'm not going to show you because I don't want to arm my competitors with the ability to beat me in the auctions. But just as one example, I have 424 impressions for PPC agency Baton Rouge and 0 clicks. Now, if you think about this strategically, what I could do is either A, lean into that, and I could have a landing page specifically for Baton Rouge and add copy specifically for Baton Rouge, or I could just say, hey, I don't want somebody who wants a local agency to Baton Rouge and turn that into a negative keyword. But the 0-click search term, oh man, I love that. I love having this lead indicator. I think that that's such an amazing value. And it's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot here for you to dig into. So make sure to jump into your campaigns and see what else Google has given you, because this, I mean, we lost the ability to optimize from a key phrase perspective. That's huge. And it was in for some campaigns, it was catastrophically damaging, especially if you have really specific semantic nuances. We have a client that does, trying to figure out how to tell you what they do and still veil their identity. They do it's a B2B approach where they help with aftermarket managed services. So you hire the OEM, let's say, to perform this service, and then after the elements that they help assist you with, after that agreement expires, you can actually, instead of going back to the original organization, you can find third-party providers. That's the best that I can do. It's a very specific, as you can imagine, based on that horrible description, it's a very specific service. The semantic nuances are so granular. This change that Google made killed our ability to optimize the most important facet of their campaign. And not only did they just bring it back, but they actually gave us more than we had prior to. Freaking awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so excited about this. This also, it brings a human element back. We're already going to be so reliant on automation and so reliant on machine learning, and that's fine. There's reasons for it, but this is something that people can do, and something that people should be doing. That the semantic architecture is something that machine learning hasn't really figured out yet. Will it? Yes, of course, at some point, sure, but it hasn't yet. A couple of notes that stuck out to me: retroactive application, cool. Thank you, Google. I can't believe they did that. That's awesome. Over the next few months, you'll see more changes across our other tools, including how we handle historical data. That, to me, is scary. As part of our ongoing commitment to privacy, we're working to make our privacy thresholds consistent across Google. Over the next few months, you'll see more changes across our other tools, including how we handle historical data. This is a threat. And I just have this color-coded so I can separate those two thoughts. They go on to say, in Google Ads, this means that historical query data in your account that was collected prior to September 1, 2020, and doesn't meet the current thresholds for search terms reports will be available in your reporting until February 1, 2022. This means export everything. Now. Go get all of your data. You're going to be doing, if you've got a lot of accounts, you should be doing mass exports for every client from now until as far back as you can go, because Google is going to strip that stuff away starting February 1, 2022. Which is interesting. They've effectively given us a year's worth of extra data from February 1, 2021, retroactive, and then they're like, all right, you have up until February 1, 2022 to get all that. So hashtag pro tip, go export your data now, because Google is going to be removing it. What else did they say? Oh, and then they pushed the Insights page, which I think is interesting. I won't beat up on that right now. We're trying to help you understand search terms that drove performance in your campaigns, even if those queries don't appear in your search terms report. That'll be interesting too. And that'll be something that I look forward to seeing, because right now I just feel that their Insights page is it's a good idea that is sparse. It's a really good promise. It's a good promise. But anyway, I mean, I couldn't be happier. This is amazing. This is unbelievable. I also feel a little foolish, to be honest with you, and I feel a little foolish because I really did believe that this was a power grab. I believed that Google was using privacy as an excuse to limit our visibility and increase their ability to deliver us inventory that we didn't necessarily want. I believe that with 100% of my soul, and I said that maybe only 1,000 times on sales calls to clients, on stage, on video, and they just gave us like this lets me know that there was more at play, which for whatever it's worth, I'm sorry and I was wrong. I'm sure there might have been a little bit of power grabbiness in there, but man, they just gave us a lot. This is really, 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 really cool. This puts so much power back in the hands of manual intervention. And the big winners here, the big winners are going to be the small spend accounts, which are most of my clients. It's most of my clients. This gives us the opportunity to go in there and just it's you're no longer you're not cutting with a hatchet. You're cutting with a scalpel, and that's important. If somebody's spending $3,000 a month and you have $30 clicks, like, it doesn't take many of those to eat the whole damn thing away. And if I can't see the freaking search term that's catalyzing the search, I can't help that account. It's infuriating. This is cool. I'm super impressed, honestly. Super impressed. Google teased this. They made a mistake, actually. If y'all remember, I shot a video on that too. It was PPC Greg on Twitter that caught it. But it's cool to see this come to fruition. Huge news. Can't overstate the value of this enough. I hope y'all are seeing what I'm seeing. Let me know if you aren't. Interested in your thoughts too as to what you think this means and how you're going to use it. And that's all I got for you. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know we actually know what we're doing. We shoot a video every single day, so if you want to be notified, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any input, don't hesitate to hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. We get very little human interaction. Thanks for supporting our channel, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.